You ever bolt awake at 2 in the morning because something just feels off? No crash, no glass, nothing dramatic. Just that cold pressure in your chest telling you, get up, go check. And now it's your hallway creaking, your heart punching through your ribs, and your brain asking one ugly question. If someone's in my house right now, is the gun I grabbed actually the right one? Look, in that moment, you shouldn't give a damn about specs, YouTube hype, or what some dude on a forum said shoots flat. You care about your family behind those walls. You care about whether the gun in your hand fires every single time you pull the trigger. And if it doesn't, that's not a mistake, that's a disaster. So this isn't another top 10 list. This is the 10 home defense handguns for 2025 that you can trust when the world goes sideways. And honestly, if your life, your kids, or your home mean anything to you, don't trust anything else. Most people don't give a damn about the HK VP9 until the night their house goes quiet in the wrong way. That's when this gun suddenly jumps from, yeah, I've heard of it, to holy hell, why didn't I buy this sooner? The VP9 isn't built for show-offs posting tight groups online. It's built for the kind of fear that turns your pulse into a jackhammer at 2 in the morning. Here's what really matters: control. The VP9 handles recoil like it's a shame to even have recoil. When your hands are shaking, breathing is trash, and your brain is trying to catch up to whatever the hell just made that noise in your hallway, this gun stays level, stable, and pointed where it needs to be. The only reason this thing isn't in every home in America? Ego. People claim to their brand loyalties like religion, even when HK quietly built a smoother, more obedient pistol than half the so-called popular picks. If someone ever forces their way into your home, the VP9 gives you the one thing panic can't steal: control. And trust me, the next gun on this list hits even harder. People love running their mouths about Taurus. Half the folks who trash this gun have never even put one round through it. They just parrot whatever some brand purist clown said online. But here's the truth you won't hear in those little fanboy echo chambers. The GX4 Toro is a nasty little problem solver for anyone living in a real house, not a mansion with football field hallways. This gun shines where most premium pistols get awkward: tight spaces, bedrooms, narrow door frames, cramped apartment corners, places where you don't have 5 feet to swing your arms around like some action movie hero. The GX4 stays quick, light, and brutally responsive when the walls feel too damn close. People judge it by the logo and not by what it does when you actually run it. Taurus isn't trying to win a popularity contest. They built a pistol that snaps on target faster than most of the overpriced toys people brag about but can't shoot worth a shit. If you live in a smaller place, hell, even a normal-sized one, this gun gives you speed. And the next pick? That one brings raw force to the table. Some guns try to charm you, some guns try to impress you. The Glock 17 doesn't try a damn thing. It just takes over the room the second it's in your hand. There's nothing delicate or collector-friendly about it. This is a full-size, fight-first handgun that was born to end problems, not pose with them. People love to overcomplicate home defense with fancy slides, boutique triggers, or whatever the hot new gun snob trend is. But when someone crosses into your home, you don't need flair, you need authority. And that's exactly what the Glock 17 brings. A kind of steady bulldozer presence that makes you feel like the one person in the house nobody should fuck with. The size isn't a downside, it's the whole point. The long sight radius, the full grip, the balanced weight, together, they give you the kind of command you can feel in your bones. You don't point this gun, you drive it. And here's the truth. If someone forces you to draw a line in your own house, the Glock 17 is the gun that makes sure you're the one standing when the smoke clears. The next pick? That one doesn't take control, It steamrolls everything. Let me tell you something nobody wants to admit. Most folks don't live in some spotless, magazine-ready home where every gun is oiled like a damn show car. Life gets messy, houses get messy, and you get messy. And before you start, no, this isn't some charity pep talk for a budget hero. Keep that weak shit in the comments, please. Most guns throw a tantrum when real world touches them, and the RXM9 doesn't. Sweat on the grip? Dust in the drawer? You knocked it off the nightstand last week and didn't even bother wiping it down? It still wakes up mean. Some pistols need pampering, but this one just needs a reason. People overlook it because it doesn't come with theatrics. No Hollywood lighting, no cult fanboys, no flashy narrative. It just shows up and does its job, and that's exactly why most folks underestimate it. Humans love drama more than durability. But you, if your home looks like real life, pets, kids, clutter, bullshit everywhere, the RXM9 is built for your version of normal. And the next gun? That one doesn't just handle life, it manhandles it. The FN 509 isn't here to take charge or hold the line. Hell, it barely seems interested in you. This pistol acts like chaos is just background noise, as if screaming, stumbling, shoving, and panic are the soundtrack it was born with. While other guns feel jittery in tight spots, the 509 behaves like the whole situation is wasting its time. Need some proof? A guy in Miami didn't have the luxury of quiet hallways or open space. He was stuck in a packed commuter train when some lunatic pulled a knife on innocent people. No room to shift, no distance to breathe, no margin for sloppy shots. He drew his FN 509, fired with surgical precision, and ended the threat without hitting a single bystander. Crowded chaos, problem erased. And that's the thing about the 509. It doesn't want ideal conditions. It doesn't give a shit if the place is cramped, loud, dusty, or panicked. It just runs its job like the environment is irrelevant. When the world compresses, collapses, or erupts, the FN 509 doesn't rise to the occasion, it ignores it. And the next gun? That one doesn't ignore chaos, it feeds on it. Last month at Lone Star Gun Range in Lockhart, everyone was running their mouths like usual, and like always, half the arguing was about what gun you trust if someone kicked your door in at 3 a.m. Texans can turn any range day into a home defense debate. The sun was cooking everybody, and every dude with a holster thought they were the sheriff of the firing line. But then, someone laid a CZP-10C on the bench. No flexing, no watch this, just a pistol sitting there like it didn't need any introduction. The kind of quiet confidence you want sitting in your nightstand. What happened next shut the whole line up. That P10C started printing cleaner holes than the guns people couldn't stop bragging about. No malfunctions, no tuning, and no drama. Just a compact check pistol doing its job while everyone else was busy talking. Nobody said it won because Texans don't do that. After a few mags, the loudest guys suddenly had somewhere else to look. Phones, belts, the dirt under their boots. And if a pistol silences a Texas range like that, imagine what it does if someone kicks your door at 2 in the morning. And the next gun? That one doesn't win quietly, it wins loud. Now I'm going to tell you about an accident that happened in Philly. You see, last winter around this time, a cold night where the wind cuts through your coat like it's got a grudge. My friend just left his office off Market Street heading toward 13th, hands buried deep, pretending the city didn't feel different after dark. Halfway down the block, two guys slid out of a recessed doorway, not talking, not laughing, just drifting into his path with that weird empty silence Philly gets at night. Not a threat, but not nothing. One of those moments where your instincts tap you on the shoulder and whisper, "Pay attention." He didn't grab his gun, didn't posture, didn't make a scene. He just shifted his stance barely enough to settle over the Walther PDP Compact under his coat. No draw, no flash, no drama, but that presence, that changed the whole equation. Those guys peeled off, pretended to study a newspaper stand like it suddenly held the secrets of life, and the tension just evaporated into the cold. No win, no loss, no headline. But let's not pretend. The PDP made that moment die quiet. And next on the list, that one doesn't settle moments, it shuts them down real quick. Most nights at home feel the same. TV low, kitchen light still on, that hum from the fridge you don't notice until the house gets quiet. It was one of those late nights, calm, predictable, nothing strange, until something downstairs made that sharp wooden shift noise you only hear when the house is asleep. Not loud, not dramatic, just off. I got up, barefoot on the hallway floor, listening. No panic, just that sharpened awareness every homeowner knows. Took a slow step toward the stairs, and the whole place went dead quiet. The kind of quiet that makes the hairs on your arm stand up. Middle of the night, lights low, no movement, no sound. That's when the X Macro came out. Clean grip, easy draw, nothing bulky, nothing overkill. Just a compact pistol with real capacity that sits in the hand like it belongs there. No shaking, no fumbling, just calm readiness in a dark hallway. Turned out it was nothing. Something slipped off a counter, maybe the draft hit a door wrong, who knows? The moment dissolved. But here's the thing. The X Macro doesn't care if the threat is real or not. It just makes sure you aren't guessing when it matters. Most people love to lie to themselves about home defense. They pictured this clean, heroic version of themselves. Calm, collected, ready to pull off some perfect textbook response at 2 a.m. That fantasy disappears the second real pressure walks through the door. Because the truth is simple. Most folks freeze, hesitate, overthink, or grab whatever gun looks comforting instead of the one that actually works when their brain glitches. That's where the Beretta APX A1 Compact crushes the bullshit. It doesn't care how confident you think you are. It only cares what happens when your heartbeat feels like a drumline and your thoughts start misfiring. While other guns feel like they demand precision from you, the APX feels like it forgives the chaos you bring to the moment. Not with features, forget that. With attitude, with presence, with a kind of mechanical certainty that doesn't wait for you to catch up. You don't choose this gun because you want to be a hero. You choose it because you know damn well you're human, and humans grew up under pressure. And the APX A1, it doesn't. Next gun? That one isn't about forgiveness, it's about replacing mistakes with final answers. Don't miss it. Last week at the range, a cop I know in Texas dropped a story on me that shut the whole damn booth down. No setup, no warning. Just one of those nights he was still clearly carrying on his face. He said the call came in after midnight. State emergency, home invasion reported, screaming on the line, then silence. Those are the calls that hit different. They arrived to a house in total darkness. Front door cracked, glass on the door, kitchen light swinging like it couldn't make up its mind. The officers cleared room by room until they found the homeowner against the wall, shaken, pale, damn near vibrating. No blood, no wound, just shock. And when they asked him what happened, the man said only two things. God saved me, and that Glock 43X he put in my hand. He told him how he woke up to a noise, how he whispered a prayer, how he grabbed a 43X and held that hallway like his life depended on it. The intruder saw the gun, froze, and ran, leaving the man shaking but alive. The officer looked at me and said, "Some guns stop threats. That one stopped a tragedy." Next up, bonus section, don't blink. The Kimber Micro 9 isn't the gun people brag about for home defense. Hell, Half the internet doesn't even mention it unless someone brings up pocket pistols. That's exactly why it deserves a spot here, because sometimes the gun that doesn't look like a threat is the one that shows up when things get tight. The Micro 9 isn't loud, intimidating, or built to scare anybody. It's built to fit, to be there, to slip into a drawer, a bedside holster, or a hand that's shaking at 3 in the morning. And when you point it, the gun doesn't try to be more than it is. It just fires. Clean, predictable, no attitude. You don't choose the Kimber Micro 9 to flex. You choose it because you want something you'll actually carry, actually reach for, and actually have when the night turns ugly. Quiet guns save loud moments, and that's why this one earned its slot. Next bonus, totally different beast. Some guns wait for trouble, but the XDM Elite goes and grabs it by the throat. This isn't the polite, form-approved home defense pick. This is for homeowners who don't play fair with danger. It hits your hand like it expects you to fight back hard. People love to say, just get a Hellcat, it's enough. And yeah, the Hellcat's solid for carry, for daily defense, for the outside world. But home defense is different. In your own house, enough isn't the standard. Stopping the threat completely is. This is where the XDM Elite separates itself. It brings a level of force and confidence the Hellcat never pretends to offer. You don't pick this gun to look responsible, you pick it because you refuse to be the soft target someone hopes you are. The XDM Elite doesn't negotiate, it finishes the conversation. Next bonus, whole different temperature. Ask around long enough and you'll notice something strange. Nobody brags about owning a Staccato P for home defense. They don't post it online, don't flex it, don't make a show of it. People who keep one at home treat it almost like a locked confession, a quiet admission that they're preparing for a night they hope never comes. Because the Staccato P isn't a favorite gun, it's a decision, a cold one, the kind you make after realizing you're done debating calibers and arguing about capacity like it's a sport. This pistol sits in a drawer or safe with the same vibe as a fire extinguisher. You pray it never leaves its spot, but if it does, everything around it is already burning. There's no romance in a Staccato P, no hype, no hero talk. It's just the gun people keep when they're planning for absolute certainty, not comfort. Next bonus hits from an angle you weren't expecting. Nobody ever plans for the CZ75B to be their home defense gun. It's never the first choice, never the flashy pick, never the gun someone brags about buying new. The 75B usually ends up in a house for one reason. People get tired of being disappointed by guns that promise more than they deliver. At some point, the homeowner stops caring about modern features and stops pretending the newest polymer trend makes them safer. They open the safe, look at everything they wasted money on, and go, screw it. Give me the one thing that never lied to me. And that would be the CZ75B. Not special, not trendy, not light, but it's the gun that never changes its mind, never complains, never surprises, and never asks for trust it hasn't earned. It's the pistol you rely on when every other gun in the house suddenly feels like a question mark. And the next gun? It doesn't replace doubt, it expects it. Some folks put their faith in quiet nights, others know better. Not because they're paranoid, but because they've lived long enough to know peace is just a pause and not a guarantee. Those homeowners don't want a gun with personality or attitude. They want something that sits ready without needing attention. And this is where the IWI Masada comes in. It doesn't demand practice every week. It doesn't pretend to be the savior of the house. It just waits, calm, mechanical, unbothered. When something breaks that quiet, a thump, a window flex, a lock that shouldn't move, the Masada comes up with the same energy it had yesterday, last month, or last year. This pistol isn't about power or flash. It's about consistency when your pulse tries to pull you off balance. Most guns are bought for the idea of danger, but the Masada is kept for the reality of it. Look, when it comes to defending your home, don't get cute with this shit. You saw what works. You saw what works. You saw what actually survives a bad night. And none of that has anything to do with forum arguments, brand fanboys, or whatever some loudmouth online thinks is tactical. You're the one who has to stand in the hallway when something feels wrong. You're the one who has to protect the people sleeping behind your walls, and in that moment, all the internet noise disappears. It's just you, your heartbeat, and the gun you trusted enough to keep loaded. So take this list seriously. Pick something up that won't choke when it matters, train with it, and keep it close. Because when the world goes sideways at 2 a.m., your life doesn't wait for better advice. This is your boy Steve, so stay ready, stay sharp, and stay dangerous.